The reason why I'm talking so much about personal development, the reason why I'm talking about the process so much, is for one simple reason. I know where I'm going with this. This is 365 Viddies with your host, yours truly, Errol Sykes. Now, yesterday, I got a comment on my video by a good friend of mine, Harmon, who is a fellow traveler on this journey of personal development. He told me, "Hey Errol, it looks like you are performing as if you have a hangover. You're looking for words. Do you even know who your audience is?" That was a very interesting comment, and I believe it was not even my third point for improvement that I got ever since I started 6 months ago here at this 365 video challenge. And why that is interesting is because that was my point exactly. See, this is day 145 of the 365 Viddies career that I launched somewhere in January, February. And it's my point exactly because I don't like structure. Now, the reason why my career, my public speaking career at the Toastmasters didn't work out so well because of the structure of the institutions. And that's part of my personality, but it seriously puts a limit on my opportunity building. See, when it comes to personal development, there are no limits. In fact, when it comes to public speaking, there are no limits. And when you put those things together and you add my creativity on creating platforms and concepts, there should be no limits. So when I put on this camera, I do not think of a structure to direct my ideas and share them with you. They're pretty much on the fly. I'll come back to that later. But they're pretty much on the fly because 365 days equal 365 opportunities to realize who you are, what you like, and more importantly, what you will be able to do with this after the 365-day video challenge is over. And I already kind of knew that before I started this challenge, and I accepted it. Thanks, Steve, again for allowing me to partake in this. Because of you, I wasn't here. But not only will it allow you to find out all about yourself, but you will find out what you will be able to do. See, Martin, you can vouch for this. Fatsa, the keymaker, you can vouch for this. Power Woman Tess, you can vouch for this. My best speeches I have delivered off camera. A few things that you can take from that: it's in the moment, but more importantly, I have gone through the motions, including being in front of this camera so much that when I'm going at somebody or share somebody from a personal development point of view through speech, it looks like it is something that I say in the moment so much that it is on point, right? Hard concept, I understand, but it's basically this. This 365-day challenge allows you, because we're recording every day, allows you to build a callus. Because you're recording videos every single day, you're working a skill level that when the camera is off, you're able, or at least I'm able, to, at certain moments, deliver a speech just like that. Everything then falls into place. Structure, my points that come across, emotion, goal, everything. And that's how I'm using these 365 days. Every day is an opportunity to grow skills. So yeah, sometimes when you are reaching for the bigger picture beyond this 365 days, there are days where you're gonna suck at a performance. But I'd rather suck in believing what I stand for, right? Without the structure, without going through the motions. I'd rather do that than sticking to a structure in the hopes of getting my points across. For me, that makes no sense at all. For me, what makes sense is working a skill level and intrinsically, right? Making sure that I'm progressing even though my performance on camera might suck, because the sucky performance still benefits me in the long run. I'll leave you with this. Jay-Z, one of the famous rappers that we have today, very successful for the last 2 decades. He came with the concept of an organized freestyle. Now his hits, whether this was 99 Problems, Crazy in Love with his Femme Fatale, Beyonce, Niggas in Paris with Kanye West, all these songs he didn't write down. What he does is when he creates a song, he puts himself into a trance mode. He just thinks for a few hours and then he has the song. He has the song structured, but he doesn't write shit down. So when interviewers, and you can check this out on Facebook or YouTube, when interviewers ask him, how do you do it? He says, well, I just gather the things that come to me and then I make the structure. But once he gets into the studio, he records the song as if it was a freestyle, as if he was doing it all from the top of his head. He wasn't. He has built that skill, he has built that callus of coming up with ideas the way that Jay-Z does best. So when the moment he comes where he performs in front of this audience, or maybe even in the studio, it just falls into place. Structure, emotion, the points that he wants to come across, whatever. The concept of an organized freestyle. The question I want to ask all of you, dear people of the 365 Video Challenge Facebook group, do you know where you're going with these videos? Do you know where you are going? Saturday, June the 20th. Another day with opportunities. 365 Videos, your host, yours truly, Errol Sykes. One life, one love.